Hey, yo, what's up, everybody? Beautiful people. Welcome to another episode of Ta1k podcast. And on this podcast, we spell talk with the one instead of an L because on this podcast, we always keep it 100. All right, let's get into it today. Y'all see them. Y'all see the boys. Training camp is on the verge of starting. It's starting actually really Monday-ish, Sunday maybe a little bit. Some teams are starting actually tomorrow on Saturday. But football is back, baby. Training camp is about to start. Okay, I know for a fact Titans are starting training camp the 22nd to 23rd. All right, but some teams are starting tomorrow with the rookie camps. A majority of teams are starting on Monday. We're really starting on Tuesday. But you're going to see some teams starting on Sunday, Monday, and everybody's going to be really starting on Tuesday. Not everybody, but majority teams are going to be starting on Tuesday. But you see who I'm representing. Y'all been seeing it this whole time on the whole podcast. But y'all see me representing now for sure. Got the Big Jeff jersey. This is one of many. I got a jersey that I'm going to break out as a surprise when I get my new shoes. When I get my new shoes, hopefully next week before the next episode, I'm going to unbox my shoes on the podcast. You're going to see me unbox my shoes. Brand new shoes. I'm excited for them. You guys will I hope you guys will like them. I love them. That's why I bought them. But yeah, we're gonna get into that next week. But until the time being, y'all see the boy. Y'all see what I got on my chest. The boys, what we do. Okay. We got some stuff going on. Very nice little light podcast today. Talk about couple of things that's happening. Olympics is around the corner. Literally starts next week. I've been watching the USA basketball. USA basketball looks fantastic. They're ready to go. Gymnastics looks fantastic. They look like they're ready to go. Track and field, man, it look like they're ready to go. Shout out to a couple people that I know that are trying to compete in the Olympics with track and field. Good luck to you guys. Hope y'all do good at the trials. Hope you guys did good at the trials. I hope you guys, if you guys can get to the Olympics, I hope you chase that dream and fulfill that dream. The Olympics, I can't wait for it. I've been ready. I've been actually waiting for the Olympics because the last Olympics we know what was going on with the pandemic. It was Olympics, but it really wasn't Olympics. Like this is the first Olympics post pandemic, so I'm very excited for how it goes. Right, all the athletes. Congratulations to all the athletes that have made it through and are going to compete in Paris for the Olympics. Congratulations to you guys. Super excited for you guys. Keep going, keep grinding, keep working. If you didn't make it and you failed the trials, if you didn't get a chance to go to the Olympics, don't look at that as failure. Okay, now I get it. It's going to be a long. You got to wait another 4 years. That's a long time. I get it, but at the same time, like keep yourself ready because you never know what can happen. One of the athletes that's doing it now, you get very injured, something can happen, and they can't compete, and you can be the next man up. You never know. Just stay ready. That's what they tell everybody. Just stay ready. All the athletes competing, to the people that's going to be watching, that's what success kind of looks like. But success takes patience. Okay, Do you really think that the people that are on your TV screens competing all the time, that like they just got there because of something they were made in the lab? No, it takes patience and it takes hard work and a hard work ethic. Okay, so that's what everyday life. That's not just athletes and not the professional athletes. This is for everyday life. As far as if you want success, you have to be willing to be patient for it. Okay, now you got to work hard. You got to go through the phase of working your ass off and working hard to get that goal or get to that promised land of success. Okay, so because it's not going to just come easy to you, especially because of who I am and what that doesn't matter to a lot of things, a lot of people. It's about putting in that work in. You got to put that work in to become successful. All right, so always kind of, I know you guys got, we all have some idols that we look up to. Look up what your idol do, okay? Every day they got to work on something. Like I used to play football back in the days, and especially during the summertime. No school and stuff, but I still have to get up at like 7 o'clock in the morning, go to practice, and we're practicing like Monday through Fridays. Monday through Fridays, we're practicing all the time, right? And then during the school year or during the season, after school, we practice, right? And we're practicing all those days. Like I'm practicing for hours, 4 or 5 hours in a day, all the time, just to play a game that's going to last maybe 3 hours at best. You know what I'm saying? And to a lot of people, you can be like, well, that was practice. It was a waste of time. It's not a waste of time because I put my work in, and I put that hard work ethic. I put that hard work in it. And so, like, yeah, you can say, oh, it's all for nothing. No, because maybe that game that's long lasting a couple of minutes, or the event that's lasting a couple of minutes, 30 seconds, maybe an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours. Yeah, you practice a lot and you practice harder than you're going to play in the game, but it was worth it. Okay, when you succeed in whatever you do, when you win that race, when you win that football game, when you take the last shot and make the last shot to win that game, when you're in the 4x4 and you see you're crossing that lane, that finish line, it's you first and everybody's behind you. That feels fantastic. Okay, when you're swimming and you touch the ledge and you look up and your name's first, it's a good feeling. So that hard work is not for nothing. Should go to everyday life. Like when you get that promotion at the job, when when stuff is starting to go, things that you prayed for and worked hard for starting to come into your lap. Like that's success, and that feels good. It feels fantastic. Okay, so hard work. Keep the hard work ethic going on, but at the same time, most importantly, always remember patience. Patience is required to have in order to get to success. Patience is required, okay? Because you can work hard. You can work hard all day, every day. I work hard all the time, like this. Podcast world, I'm doing this all the time. I'm working, I'm making videos, I'm editing stuff, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, and I'm working my ass off. But I can't be mad that I'm not blown up yet, or nobody knows my name. I'm not on a cover of a magazine. I'm not on a court side of a basketball game. I'm not there yet. I want to get there. I'm going to get there, but it's going to take patience, and I have to have patience. Everybody has to have patience. You want that success, you have to have patience. And there's nothing wrong with being a little bit impatient in some things, but make sure the impatient is put towards the work ethic. Like if you're going to be impatient that you didn't finish the workout 2 seconds earlier, or that you didn't finish your paperwork 2 seconds earlier. Like it took you 5 minutes more than what you really want. Be that impatient with that. Not impatient like, why I don't have this promotion yet? Why I don't have this? Why I don't have that? It's just not your time yet. Just wait your time, and when the time comes and the opportunity presents itself, take it, jump on it, and go succeed. That's what you practice for all the time. So yeah, whatever it is in life, success. Staple that word on whatever you want in life. Success. That's what success looks like to you, and work hard for that. But have patience. All right. Again, shout out to all the athletes heading out to the Olympics. Shout out to my everyday people going to work. Thank you guys. Thank you, Dad. Thank you, Mom, for going to work and having a good work week. Thank you for providing. Thank you for doing what you do. Any extracurriculars, going to doctor's appointments, dentist appointments. I appreciate you for taking the kids there. Thank you guys. Living in a time warp. Do y'all feel like we're living in a time warp? Because I do. Now, I've been seeing some viral TikTok videos about how a lot of people back then, or how things were. Like the most famous one I've seen was the Fruit of the Loom one, where they had, I don't know the proper name for it, but their little basket that the fruits are in. People were saying like, no, like that was definitely that was a part of Fruit of the Loom. And then Fruit of the Loom comes out like, yeah, no, that was never a part of it. It's only been the fruit. And you got people searching their old ass clothes. First of all, you know how old you have to have those clothes with the thing on it to show proof, and they're showing proof, and like they're going back and forth. Now people are calling this the real live Mandela effect. And for people that don't know the Mandela effect is basically Nelson Mandela, powerful black man. He was known to have died in prison or died in jail, and then like some years later, it comes out he was never dead. And you're like, the fuck? Like, that's you know what? I wish I would have looked up that story and I would have told that story on this one. But that's the story we're going to have for another podcast. All right, the Nelson Mandela story that leads up to the Mandela effect. So that's something that you go look it up right now. If you don't, if I don't, I definitely didn't give you enough information. But go look it up if you need to right now. Then come back to this. But the Mandela effect, I think we're living in a real life thing through that because, and I won't, you know what? I won't say it's the Mandela effect. I would say that I think some genius motherfucker figured out time travel and is coming back fucking with a lot of shit. Cause it's some shit that I just be thinking and questioning myself like this was not like this before. Like, you know, I'm just going through the motions of it, and this shit it's funny. I ain't gonna lie. Some things I'm looking at like that TikTok, the viral TikTok thing or trend where like people are going back, basically pulling up receipts of what existed and what didn't exist. That shit is funny. I ain't gonna lie, that shit is hilarious to me. Cause I'd be thinking about that shit actually happening, and I think in some cases that shit actually does happen. With living in a time warp, I think. What do you guys think? You think we're living in a time warp? Do you think time travel has been invented and somebody is taking advantage of it, or do you think we just really have a real life Mandela effect? Like, I want to know. Leave me some comments in the comment section. Let me know. Let me get your thoughts on this. All right. Mental health can destroy, which that's why I say living in a time warp too, because we're looking at past news articles, looking at past interviews, them talking about mental health and the way that it can kill, the way that it can destroy. And this is real. Like, anxiety is real, and all this stuff that goes into it is real. But I'm thinking in my head, and I mean, I guess we didn't really have technology like that to explore like we do now. So I guess there was kind of that's an excuse of why I wasn't really into the mental health stages early on as a kid. But like, especially being in the black community, we wasn't taught mental health. Like, I'm overwhelmed, overstimulated. I have anxiety. I'm on the spectrum. Like, all that wasn't existed in the black community. A belt did. Ass whooping. That's all you need is an ass whooping. That's what fixes everything in the black community was an ass whooping, right? So we wasn't exposed to a lot of mental health, things and problems and solutions, but we wasn't really exposed to that. So that's why I say I feel like we're living in a time warp, because when I look at old interviews, I read old articles, I'm looking like, yeah, they like suffer from mental health. This person had anxiety. They have to do anxiety calm downs and this and that. And I'm reading this like, wait, they was doing all this back then? But why was nobody really explaining it, and nobody was really talking about it for us to understand it and to know it? I don't know. But one story about this is a Laurie Dann story. Now, I was watching clips of a podcast. The actor, comedian Jake Johnson. If you don't know who Jake Johnson is, he's, like I say, actor, comedian. He's played in movies, Run, the movie about the friend group that had been playing tag their whole life, ever since they was kids. And they still, I don't know about now, but they still probably do it to this day. Like, play a game of tag. It's crazy. I wish I had that with my friend group. I ain't gonna lie. But yeah, he was on the podcast. He played in that, Run, and he also, if you don't know Run, you can check that out. But also the movie Let's Be Cops. The white dude in Let's Be Cops. Everybody, I feel like a majority know more Let's Be Cops than Run. But yeah, he was a white guy in Let's Be Cops. Cool movie and cool dude. But he was talking about a story of and he grew up in the late 80s in the 90s, early 90s. Like, that's when he was in school and it's all that. So in that period of time, because I grew up really I went to school and all in the 2000s, and even then, like, I still had my times and like, I didn't want to go to school, but mama wasn't playing that shit. Get your ass up and go to school. So he's living in late 80s, early 90s, and his mom, like, out of nowhere just came It was like, hey, you're not going to school tomorrow. And he's like, the fuck? Like, why? Like, I'm not saying the fuck, but he's like looking like, well, we had a field trip, this and that. And his mom is like, well, are you going to be at school at any time? And he's like, no, we're going to be on the field trip all day. Then I come home from the field trip. He's like, okay, then go on the field trip, but don't go to school. And then the next day when he's on the field trip and then, he's on the field trip with his class, just his class, and like some people throughout the school are still at school, in session, teaching and whatnot, right? A lady named Laurie Dann came in and shot the school or shot some people in the school and killed a student, right? And that shit was crazy because the way he explained it was like, yeah, my mom never lets me miss school, and she came in my room telling me you're not going to school tomorrow, and then I find out later on that happened. And he says it himself, like, if I would have saw this lady, because they said the lady came in with a trench coat, nothing underneath, just naked, shooting motherfuckers, right? And he's like, if I would have saw her, I would have said something. And knowing that that's who you are, like owning your personality, owning you. That's what's so crazy about this, right? But anyway, I was listening to him talk about that story, and like just like anybody who just strolls TikTok or strolls Instagram all day, Facebook, those clips or those reels, those shorts, they just a couple of seconds. So when he talked about that, I went to go look it up, and it's the Laurie Dann story. All right, let's get into it. Okay. All right. So, like I said, he said in his interview with it, she came in and shot the school up, but that wasn't the only school she tried. Like, she did some damage to, and the story is bizarre. So keep up with me, okay? All right. I didn't read much as a kid, but we're gonna do a little bit of reading today. All right, so Chicago. This is apparently, I guess, it's a little bit in Chicago, maybe outside a little bit of Chicago. It's around Chicago area, so that's all we know. Okay, Chicago on May 20th, 1988. Laurie Dann walked into a second grade classroom in North suburban Winnetka. Winnetka, I don't know how to say that one, but a suburban Winnetka, we're gonna say Winnetka, told students she was there to teach them about guns and then opened fire on the classroom. The shocking shooting, which killed one student and injured 5 more, was the accumulation of several days of bizarre and violent behavior from a woman who is known to suffer from mental illness. Now that's where it kind of kills me, because I'm looking at the date of 1988 and suffering from mental illness, and like that's how long it's been a thing. Like mental health and mental illness has always been a thing. It's always been around people. I swear it has always been around. So don't feel bad about trying to go get help or whatnot. We'll talk about that after this. According to the police at the time, Dann started her day around 9 a.m. at the home of a family she previously babysat for. There she took 2 other children on what she had told their parents was a previously planned date to the carnival in Evanston. But there was no carnival. Instead, she took them to an elementary school in Highland Park, where she attempted to set fire. The small blaze was quickly extinguished. So she tried to go to a school before the school she opened fire at, but she tried to go to another school and set fire. I don't know if this lady has something against those schools or just hated elementary school, period. Okay, so that one's a crazy one already. Okay, police said Dann then drove the children home at about 10:15 a.m. and while they and their mother were in the basement, she set fire to the house. The family was able to escape out the basement, and none of them was injured. Yeah, that's some mental health things. So she took the kids, she babysit these kids. She take them on a planned trip to the carnival at 9 a.m. Goes around to that school around that time. So traveling there, you probably get there at 9:15, 9:30. Try to set fire. Didn't work. Go back, drop them off. It's about 10:15 a.m. Try to set the house on fire that the parents you babysit for, the mother is, and the kids, trying to set that on fire and kill them. They got out, and they're okay. This is crazy. Wildfire Okay, while firefighters extinguished the house fire, Dan was already on her way to Hubert Woods Elementary School in Winnetka. I'm gonna just call it Winnetka. I have no clue how to say that word. Winnetka. Okay. In the school, Dan encountered a boy in the hallway, pushed him into a nearby washroom, and shot him, police said. She attempted to shoot 2 other boys, but her gun jammed. If that ain't nothing but God, boy, I don't know what to tell you. Hold on. In the school, Dan encountered a boy in the hallway, pushed him into a nearby washroom, and shot him, police said. She attempted to shoot 2 other boys, but her gun jammed. That ain't nothing but God. The boys ran for help. That's crazy. Then she walked into a second grade classroom. She was armed with 2 handguns. She told the teacher, a substitute, to gather her students at one end of the classroom. Their teacher did not and tried to disarm Dan, who opened fire. 5 children were struck, and 1 8-year-old Nicholas Corwin died of his injuries. Oh man, that sucks. Rest in peace, man. That is so young, and that sucks. Mental health is important. Mental illness sucks, man. Get some help if you need it. Dan then fled the school, but found a nearby roadblock due to a funeral. It's a lot, like a domino effect happening right now. Like this is all, it's crazy. She changed her route and found herself at the Andrew home. Philip Andrew, then 20 years old and home from college, was in the kitchen with his mom when Dan burst in. She was armed but claimed she had been raped and had shot her. Wow. Okay, I didn't read that far. Okay, this is kind of me, my first time reading this far. I read a little bit. I was like, I want to read it with you guys. I want to see the same reaction with you, right? So yeah, so basically, she's going in the house, random ass house, saying she got raped and she had shot the dude that tried to rape her. That's crazy. That's a wild story that she was able to think about that. Andrew was able to take 1 gun from Dan and remove the clip and convince her to let his parents go free. But she kept him as a hostage. When police arrived, shot him in the chest. He managed to make it out of a back door before collapsing and being rescued by paramedics. Andrew was taken to Highland Park Hospital and survived his injuries. Okay, wow, that's crazy. Now, alone in Andrew's house, Dan maintained a standoff with police for hours. During negotiation, police brought in her parents and her ex-husband in effort to get her to give herself up. Okay, with the home surrounded, Dan committed suicide in the upstairs bedroom. That's crazy. So, she goes to a random house. Andrew and his mom are sitting there chilling. He able to get 1 gun away. But he's trying to, talk her into not doing anything. Shoots Andrew in the chest. Andrew is going outside. He's able to escape. He's cool. He's good and dandy. But she's still in that same house. Where's the mom? What happened? Like, where did she leave or did she go? That's a question I need to. I want to find out for myself. So they go. Where are we at? Okay, so with the home surrounded, Dan committed suicide in the upstairs bedroom. Okay, that's crazy. Dan had an extensive history of mental illness and had been treated for severe obsessive compulsive disorder. Oh, okay, OCD. So she's been treated for OCD and had displayed odds, dangerous, and violent behavior for weeks before her final rampage. The shooting at Huber School sparked questions about the ease of which she was able to legally buy guns. Like, that's how was she able to buy guns, despite her mental state, as well as student safety at school. So, how was she able to buy guns? That's what's crazy about it. All right, so she's been treated for OCD before. She's been treated for more mental illness before this happened. But like, I guess this was like her final straw about it, and she just went ahead and just said, "Fuck it." This is Illinois, Chicago. Yeah, for sure. But this is 1988, and nobody gave a fuck at the time. So that was the Laurie Dann story. Like I said, go look. If you don't want to look up, you can look up this story. I just literally look it up on Google. Laurie Dann, Laurie Dann, is going to be Winnetka. Whatever you say that. I guess that's a place in Chicago. 1988 is the date for it if you want to look it up. If you want to look up how I found out Jake Johnson, the actor comedian, go look up his on TikTok. Just look up Jake Johnson interview about, and it pulls it up. This is a crazy, interesting story. I appreciate you guys chilling with me, sticking through me with reading this. Okay, reading ain't my strong point, but guess what? I still do it anyway. I like it. All right, so that was the Laurie Dann story. Now, with that, goes back to my time warp thing that's why I think we're living in a time warp of, and like I said earlier, the black community, we didn't have mental health issues in our black community. It was the belt will fix your mental health issues. Okay, so like we wasn't brought, or we wasn't taught a lot of mental health cases, mental health problems, and the solutions we can have for those mental health. We wasn't taught that. So I can see where me personally, this is just me, I was uneducated for thinking that like back in the days, we just didn't have that. We didn't live through that, right? But I just wasn't educated. So looking at it now, going through that, like having mental health and mental illness that bad, and knowing that she had it, and knowing it was resource, like that's what's crazy. I look at that and say we can fix something for the future. But look at stories like this and try to reflect off of that. All right, Laurie Dann story. Thank you guys for listening. That was a good story. All right, let's get on to the sports, baby. I've been missing sports for the past couple of weeks. I've been doing some scratch last episode. That was 4th of July. That was my first episode actually not interviewing anybody, not having a serious episode. So I can actually be me with the sports. So let's get into this. As you see, my boys behind me, my team on my chest. Are we the Tennessee Titans? Are we Super Bowl bound this year? I think so. I don't care what you got to say to me. Argue with your mama, not me, okay? Titans are Super Bowl bound this year. I think we are. I think we have a good chance. We have a good team. We keep adding. Jamal Adams just signed with the Titans yesterday. Yes, all-pro safety, Jamal Adams. I'm getting sick and tired of everybody. Yes, I'm getting sick and tired of everybody sitting here saying, oh, Titans got another washed guy. He's washed. He didn't want to play in Seattle when Russell Wilson left. He was cool in Seattle with Russell Wilson. He was actually a good player. He was cool. He was cool on the Jets. But when Russell Wilson left and you put your faith in Geno Smith, I wouldn't want to play on that team either. Just being honest. They was okay, but he didn't want to play it now. And guess what? The injury bug hurt him. Now, you can sit here and say, oh, he's washed. Why? Because he got hurt. I can name you one Hall of Famer that comes to my mind right now. J.J. Watt. That motherfucker could not stay on the field to save his life. But when he's touched the field, though, you knew he was on the field. But J.J. Watt is that. Now, I'm not saying Jamal Adams is a J.J. Watt caliber player. No, don't get me wrong. I'm just saying, like, injuries hurt. So don't say the guy's washed because you're getting injured. Don't say that, like, he's only 28, 29 years old. Injury's part of the game. That's why I said last week. That's why I hate this time of year, because I want to talk about football stuff, but I don't want to wait. I don't want to do it before training camp, because until training camp happens, everybody's healthy. You're not putting pads on. You're doing this. Everybody's healthy. But when them pads come on, different ball game. You see niggas getting hurt, ACL, MCL, ACL, and it kills. But Super Bowl bound. I feel like the Titans are Super Bowl bound this year. I feel like the Titans have the best chance. At all the time I've been a Titans fan, we have the best chance this year. Okay, and I'm excited. I'm here for it. Jamal Adams signing, key for us. It was good. Now Jamal Adams is not gonna come in and be all pro safety Jamal Adams. He's gonna come in and provide the veteran presence for the locker room. He's got a bunch of young guys at the safety position. Titans got a lot of young safeties, and with Jamal Adams there, he can help guide them to their right path. Right. I think we're gonna have a decent team. I ain't gonna lie to you. I've kind of been just like, we're gonna be all right. But I've actually been getting more excited as the days go down, as the time go by. Like we were getting closer to the season, I've been more excited. Right. Now I won't lie to you. Yes, I'm a Titans fan. Yes, I can have sometimes my biased ways, but I'm not delusional like some fans. I won't say their name out loud, Cowboys, but I still think the Super Bowl favorites is the Chiefs. The Chiefs, as long as Patrick Mahomes is alive, well, and breathing, the Chiefs has a chance of winning whatever game it is. You can say, it's Chiefs are playing the Chiefs are playing the NFC Pro Bowl team. Is Patrick Mahomes playing? Yes. Okay, I think the Chiefs can win. That's just how I feel about that man Patrick Mahomes, because he's proven that he's that guy, that nigga. That's him. He's him, right? So, of course, it's the Chiefs. That's who we got to face. That's who we got to beat. That's who I want. In order to get there, I want to play the Chiefs. I want to beat the Chiefs, because if we can beat the Chiefs and go to the Super Bowl, I think we can beat anybody, because that's the team. That's literally the team to beat. So I think the Chiefs are still the Super Bowl favorites out of the AFC. I still believe the favorites are the Chiefs. Now, I won't lie to you. I'll go to Vegas and put $50 down on Titans coming out of the AFC. Right now, I'll look at that $50 bet. You looking at some cheese. It's like at least $5. That's minimum $5K. Because nobody has the Titans doing anything. They don't even have us winning our division, let alone winning the conference. Come on, man. That's minimum $5K. $50? I say go do that. Go do that right now. If you're a Titans fan, definitely go do that right now. $50, go put it down on Titans coming out of the AFC. If you just a regular, actually go put $100 if you're a Titans fan. If you're a regular fan that just likes betting, if you just want to take a chance on it, go put $50 down. Okay, Titans are going to come out the AFC. That would be my take on it. So actually, besides that, Chiefs are the favorites. I think Chiefs and 49ers actually are going to be in the Super Bowl again next year. If I had to take a pick, though, I still think I would say that the Jets have a good chance if Aaron Rodgers is actually going to be healthy and ready to rock and roll. Jets have a good chance next year. The Lions, I think the Lions have a good chance next year. The Packers have a good chance next year. Tampa Bay, I think I talked about that last week too. Tampa Bay is a team that I say is very underrated, and I think Tampa Bay, if you want me to be honest, I would say Tampa Bay is my sleeper team to where I think they can go to the Super Bowl. I can see Tampa Bay playing the Super Bowl. I believe in Baker Mayfield. I remember watching the game, him versus Patrick Mahomes, and they was going tick for tack, and I knew Baker Mayfield was going to be good in the league. I didn't know Patrick Mahomes was going to be good like he is now, great like he is now, but I just knew Baker Mayfield was going to be the next him. Everything Patrick Mahomes getting, I thought Baker Mayfield was getting that. You know what I'm saying? So, and it's nothing against Patrick Mahomes. I mean, we know who's better now, but it was just me back in the days when I was just watching, right? But Tampa Bay is a sleeper team. Lions, I feel like they have a good chance of going. Green Bay is gonna put together some pieces this year. Last year was really their start of rebuild, and now that you see what you have, now you can have a better season this year and see what you need to build for next year. Because like Green Bay is going to have a good year this year, but I don't think it's Super Bowl bound. Now you're going to have a good year this year, and you're going to go through the draft next year, probably get another receiver, probably in free agency get you another receiver, and we'll see how that goes. But this next year for Green Bay is more of a are we really legit, or was last year just a fluke? Like, you kind of going to answer that now. And for Green Bay fans, if you're a Green Bay fan, like, don't take this lightly. You can lose in the wild card round, and that's fine. But if you get to the wild card round, let's say you have a good enough record, or now let's say you win your division and you got a home playoff game. Even if you lose, the fact that you won your division I think you're trading right in the right direction. And then that next year is the time where I feel like you guys, this is Green Bay's year. But this year, no, I think it's more of a, we got to see who we are. Let's see, are we really back? Green Bay, that's back. So to all the Green Bay fans out there, be excited, especially for the future. I'm trying to think of who else in the NFC is actually going to be pretty decent. The Cardinals can be another sleeper team that nobody's talking about. Kyler Murray, you didn't pick Kyler Murray number one after you just had the number one pick and wasted it on Josh Rosen. You didn't take the number one pick the next year on Kyler Murray just to give up on it. Okay, he got hurt, and when he came back last year, like, look, you guys saw it when he came back and he actually played. They was winning games, and they were in close games with good teams. I think they beat the Steelers. They was in a close game with the 49ers. They was actually having great games with Kyler Murray. So do not give up on Kyler Murray. If you are over Kyler Murray, then that's just you hating right now. Kyler Murray is easily still a top talent in this league. He's a good damn quarterback, and I mean, like, the leadership role, he still has to improve on that, but I think he's getting better. I think him sitting out kind of helped him become a better leader because he can watch and learn how to become a leader. And so I think he's done that very well. I think next year he's going to new coaching staff, new everything coming into it. I think he's going to thrive and be very successful. Okay, you got Marvin Harrison Jr. there. You got some help. I think the Cardinals are actually going to be a good team next year. Panthers, I think the Panthers need a lot of work to do, but they can come in and actually. I'm gonna look at the Panthers this upcoming year like the Lions. What was that? 3 years ago? I think it was the first year with Jared Goff. No. It was the year before Jared Goff got there. I want to say it was one of those years to where their record was not that good, but they were in close games every week. Like, they was only losing by a field goal or by a touchdown every week. They was losing heartbreaking games every week, but their record didn't show that they was actually a good team, but they was a good team, and they just kept losing those heartbreaking games. So I'm looking at the Panthers as being that team this year that's going to be better than it was last year. They're still going to have a bad record, but they're going to lose games on heartbreak. They're going to lose heartbreaking games, but that's a sign of getting better. If you can be, because really all the games they played in, I think the game versus the Titans and a couple more games where they was actually close, but all the other games they was getting their ass whooped. So it really, if you can show that you can compete, I think that's a win. As a Panthers fan, I think that's a win. And so this upcoming year, I think the Panthers going to be a little bit better. Still not going to be good, but they're going to be better. And it's going to just be patient. I said it earlier. Success takes patience. So if you're a Panthers fan, just be patient. I think Bryce Young is still a good quarterback. Just protect him. First of all, he's already little as shit, so he can't see over the offensive lineman, and it's already bad to where you can't see over your offensive lineman. Then on top of that, you got a defensive lineman chasing you as soon as you say hut. So I already can't see over you tall motherfuckers, and now you let one come by, I have to run. I don't know what to do. Okay, so please protect that man at all costs. Okay, and it's gonna take some time. But going back into it, Chiefs are still the Super Bowl favorites. I still have them winning in the Super Bowl next year. They're going to be the team that three-peats. I don't think a three-peat has been done in so long, let alone ever. But it definitely hasn't been done in so long. They was the first team since the Patriots did it to do a back-to-back. So let alone a three-peat. It's crazy, right? But yeah, the Chiefs are the best team in the NFL, and they have the best chance to do a three-peat. And I would love to see how that goes for them. But I think the Titans can win that division. It's going to come down to week 17 or week 18. Week 18 in Nashville. Final game of the season versus Houston Texans. This game decides who wins the division. I'm going to be watching that game. And I got Titans by 1 million. Okay, not by 1 million. But I think we can win by a field goal. I think it's our year this year. With all the access we got, we're going to be that Texans That Texans offense versus this Titans defense is going to be some legendary battles. I pray that everybody on both sides, I want everybody on the Texans to be completely healthy when the season starts. I want everybody on the Titans to be completely healthy. And when we play each other, I want completely healthy teams playing. Okay, I don't want no excuse. I don't want we had somebody hurt, so that's why I hate making those excuses. There's no excuse. This what pisses me off about sports, especially professional sports. It's like the Florida State thing where they didn't get in the college football, they lost their quarterback. It's supposed to be next man up, right? This is the highest level of the highest level right now, the highest of the highs. This is professional state. Why is it not next man up? That's what y'all preach to me all the time. Stay ready, stay ready, stay ready. You never know. Next man up. So let the next man get his chance. His team helped him get to that. Let's see what he got. He didn't get recruited to this place for no reason. You didn't get drafted to this team for no reason. You didn't make the team on a professional, you didn't make the roster on a professional team for no reason. So you have to be good. So that narrative of somebody was hurt, so this is why we lost. Stop doing that. That's just an excuse. Now I can get it if you have out of 11 starters, if you have 8 starters hurt, yeah, that's going to hurt a lot. But it's still next man up. But I get your argument I get it, but it's just that's what angers me. It's supposed to be next man up, and we are giving passes, or we're giving major heartfelt excuses for people. For the man that's supposed to be next up is not you don't look like you're supposed to be next up. So, but going back to it, I hope both teams are completely healthy. I hope the Texans offense. I want Stephon Diggs locked and loaded. I want him ready to go. I want Joe Mixon. I want him going, being able, not hurt, going crazy. C.J. Stroud. I want him going crazy because I want to see that defense, Titans defense versus Texans offense. I want to see that completely healthy. I want to see that, and I can't wait. 2 times a year, we are spoiled. As the AFC South right now, we are spoiled. Texans, Colts, Titans, and Jaguars are all 4 good teams this year with all young quarterbacks that are all ready to go and are all hungry. Okay, so our division, we are spoiled this year. We are very spoiled. If you're an AFC South fan, we're spoiled this year. Okay, it's been literally the Titans on top for the past 3 or 4 years. Besides last year when the Texans took it, but it's literally been the Titans have been just literally on top, doing a lot, and we have no business really winning the division at all. But we had the year before last was the Jaguars. Last year was the Texans. So before the past 2 years, it was the Titans all the time. At least for the 4 years. I ain't gonna say all the time. Okay, let me not exaggerate so much. Okay, I'm sorry. But it's gonna be a good NFL season. I can't wait for it. Training camp. It starts this upcoming week. Saturday for sure. Gonna have I think one team is actually doing a rookie camp. Sunday, Monday. A couple of teams are going to start their rookie camp and their whole training camp. Tuesday is the start of everybody's really training camp. Titans is going to be on the 23rd, I think I said. But that's where the veterans. So, but everybody else, camp really is going to start on Tuesday. So be ready. Get on NFL Network. Get on whatever you get on. Keep up with it. Go see what's up, man. Have some fun with it. Training camp is around the way. Training camp is here. I will be here with some injury updates because, unfortunately, this is a gladiator sport and some people are going to get hurt. Some people are going to get banged up. Now, I pray that nobody gets hurt and everybody's ready to go week 1 healthy, but that's just, it doesn't happen like that. But until then, next week we're going to get more big and dig deep more into some NFL talk because a lot is going to happen. Okay, WNBA is cooking the fuck up right now. Caitlin Clark is doing she's doing crazy numbers. All right, first rookie with a triple-double. Angel Reese just beat Candace Parker's record. Candace Parker, she beat her record, most consecutive double-doubles. My thing is, bro, yes, you can, y'all, the narrative that everybody's fighting for, Caitlin Clark versus Angel Reese, Caitlin Clark versus black, white, this and that. I'm looking at it as the whole body of this rookie class of WNBA, this whole rookie class, Angel Reese, Caitlin Clark. I hope Deasia Fair can bounce back and do what she do. Cameron Brink, get well soon. Sorry that what happened to you, girl, but hey, get well soon. We need you next year. Dude, Aaliyah, not Aaliyah Boston, but number 1 pick last year, but still, she's still a young player, Aaliyah Boston. Dude, all these young players and rookies this year, this is starting to be this is setting the league up for good next year. Now think about next year. Flage can come to the league. Paige Becker's coming to the league. We're setting up for storylines of the WNBA. WNBA is heating up. Caitlin Clark and the Indiana Fever are doing way better than they would when they started off with. My God, this is some entertaining basketball that we are watching, and I love it. I'm here for it. I was here for it while y'all was over here arguing about Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese. I was here for the basketball. I know both of them were going to be good in the league, and they're both showing why they was good. They're good, top of 2 of the best in the league. Everybody was clowning Diana Taurasi when the Fever beat Phoenix in Phoenix. That was kind of crazy though. I ain't gonna lie, that was kind of crazy, and that was funny. But everybody was clowning. Let's get into a little NBA before we stop. USA basketball, okay. Hey, USA basketball looked fantastic, and KD didn't play. Okay, versus Canada, they beat them definitely by a large margin. But Canada got some dogs. Their starting 5 was crazy. I didn't even know half of the people on Canada, I didn't even know it was from Canada. Canada got some dogs now. Like they gonna be silver. Bronze if anything, but they gonna win some medal. Oh, they're gonna win a medal. They're gonna win a medal. I don't know if it's gonna be gold, bronze, or silver, but Canada's gonna win a medal. They got dogs on their team. Team USA looks good though. Steph and LeBron playing together. I never knew Steph Curry never played for Team USA. I never knew that. I thought he at least played last time they played. I swear I didn't know that. So this is kind of cool that they're teaming up. You got Steph, LeBron, KD. Like those are 3 of the best ever players. Not just 3 of the best players in the NBA, 3 of the best players to ever play this game. And so then watching them team up is kind of like watching. Please don't say I'm trying to say this is a dream team, but like kind of watching the dream team back in the days where you had Larry, Magic, and Mike and Carmelo, like all the greats that's been into the league, and they are getting older or this and that, but they're all playing together at a high level. This is what it feels like I'm looking at, and I'm happy for it. I'm here for it. Can't wait for y'all to see my shoes that I ordered. Okay, next week is gonna come. KD, Steph, and LeBron are like the big 3 right now for the Team USA. I think that's a cool ass big 3. I ain't gonna lie though, I would love to see these practices. Like I want to see live practices from this Team USA, because I bet they are intense. Okay, all that people talk about that I watch, because Kevin Durant's my favorite player. So every time I watch somebody interview or they talk about Kevin Durant, all they talk about is his work ethic and like how he always playing. All he wants to do is just hoop. He don't give a fuck about nothing. He just want to hoop. Fuck your podcast. Fuck your interview. Fuck what I don't like you. I just want to fucking hoop, and I love that. And so I would love to see how intense those one-on-ones can be, how intense those practices can be. Oh no, I'm the best. Fuck you. I'm the best. No, fuck that. Look, watch this. Let me see the ball. Like I want to see though. I know, man. Look, these are high. I'm a competitor. I talk shit on a video game. All right, I was beating my wife's ass in Mortal Kombat one time, talking shit, whooping that ass. And when I'm doing something, I'm playing, I'm a competitive and I talk my shit, I do that. So me doing that on everyday life shit, I can only imagine playing like legit. You getting paid to do this, and this is a game. We compete. I just know that shit talking is through the roof. But yeah, the big 3 on Team USA is gonna be cool. That is not Bron's first big 3. Like he got a couple of big 3s. Big 3 in Cleveland, big 3 in Miami. Like a lot of people talk about the Bron Heat big 3. D Wade, Chris Bosh, and LeBron. Let me ask a question. Okay. that Bron Heat big three. Bron, Chris Bosh, and D Wade. Put them versus the big three of Steph, Drey, and Klay. Who do you say wins that? Now plug in players. Okay, let's do this. The big three, Bron, D Wade, and Chris Bosh, and then you got Steph, Drey, and Klay. Okay, plug in players around them. No, and you can't plug in like the Heat. You can't do Ray Allen you can't do KD for role players. You can do Mario Chalmers, or you can do Norris Cole. And you can do. You know what? If I'm gonna give them Mario Chalmers, you can give them Sean Livingston. Okay, so I'll give you that, and then just plug and play. Okay, who will win a 7-game series like that? Would it be Steph, Drey, and Klay, or will it be the Bron Heat big three and D Wade, Chris Bosh, and Bron? That's something if I had, you know what? That's something I'm gonna save for later. I won't pick on that. How about that? I'll say my answer in the comments. Just look for the comments. I need your comment. Who will win between the Heat big three of Bron, D Wade, and Chris Bosh versus Steph, Drey, and Klay? Big three game, 7-game series. Plug in the rest of the players, and we'll see. You know what? People got to sit down and take a break. So you know what? We'll plug in whoever player you want to it. It don't matter. Okay, who you think. But let me see who you think will win. Who's the better big three between the two? The Heat big three or Steph, Drey, and Klay? Now the rings you will say is Steph, Drey, and Klay. Okay, but if you really want to dissect it, Steph, Drey, and Klay, take away 2 of those rings for KD. Let's just take 2 of those. Cause I'm just talking just the big three now. Don't get me wrong, just the big three. Let's take 2 of those rings away for that big three because really they only won 2. With just Steph, Drey, and Klay. They only won 2 by themselves as a big three. Now, take away those 2 with KD. Now put them against each other. Is it Heat or is it still the Warriors big three? Me personally, I think that Heat big three was more poised than the Steph, Drey, and Klay big three. But at the same time, it would be an interesting series to watch because can't nobody guard anybody. Who on the Warriors are really guarding Bron? The Warriors couldn't guard Bron when he was literally by himself on the Cavs on those finals. But at the same time, who's guarding Steph? Can't nobody on the Heat guard Steph. Can't nobody ever in the league guard Steph. I don't care who you are. I locked up Steph, yeah, but he still got 37 points. That's locked up. Just like when they gave Andre Iguodala that Finals MVP, he locked up Bron, but Bron averaged 28, 8, and 8. Yeah, he really locked them up. What are you talking about? Yeah, so tell me who this big three between the two. I would say the Heat big three. Yeah, you can say they got more rings, Steph, Drey, and Klay, but I still would pick the Heat big three over Steph, Drey, and Klay. That's just I think the Heat big three was better. But you don't count out. I would still put Steph, Drey, and Klay as one of the top big threes ever. One of the best dynasties ever. I would say that. Is there going to be a big three in Philly? Because there is a big three in Philly. I don't know if you really want to count that big three. Do you count Tyrese Maxey as really a star, more of a star? To put him as he's the last piece for the big three. Because I look at Philly, I'm not scared. They got Paul George. Congratulations to you. I'm not scared of Paul George. I wasn't scared when he was on the Pacers. I was definitely not scared of him being on the Clippers. I'm not scared of Paul George. Now Paul George is a great player. Okay? He's a guy that you want to create on 2K. Yes, he is. But honestly, I'm not going too far as to saying because they got PG. We as Celtics fans, we need to be scared. I'm not scared. I'm not scared at all. So it is a big three in Philly. Tyrese Maxey has proved himself that he's that performance in Madison Square Garden he was putting on. He shows that he's ready for the big time moments. Now, it's the big three in Philly. No, I think you're good enough to get past the Knicks. I think you're good enough to say you can get past You can get past the Heat. You can compete with the Bucks. You can get past the Pacers. The Bucks and the Heat, I'm really concerned about. Really more the Bucks. The Bucks is the only team that I'm scared of. Anytime we play the Bucks, I'm scared. Anytime we play the Heat, I am scared a little bit, but I'm more scared of the Bucks coming into this next year. And speaking in, I think 76ers and Knicks in next year's playoff will be the best series in the best playoff series in the playoffs next year, if that happens. I hope so. MLB All-Star Week the weekend is here. All-Star game is on Tuesday or Wednesday, and I think the home run derby is on Monday. I can't remember for sure. Who you got in the home run derby? Only reason I don't know anybody in the home run derby. I don't watch baseball a lot, but I will say I looked it up. I looked at the pictures. Adolis Garcia, I'm picking him to win. Only reason why, this man had a big ass Cuban link chain in his picture. Okay, you are styling, profiling, you ready to go. So Adolis Garcia, I'm pulling for you, sir. I need you to win this home run derby. Okay, I got money on you. Ride, show off your Cuban and go win this home run derby. Okay, watch some baseball. Baseball was fun on 4th of July. Baseball is going to come into the All-Star game, so have fun watching that. Go crack open a beer and watch some baseball. All right. Video games. The video game market is starting to uproar right now because college football comes out. It comes out on Thursday, okay? But you can get it 3 days early if you purchase the $100 purchase of, you get it 3 days early, all that bullshit. I don't know why y'all purchased it. I did, but don't judge me. But still, I don't know why you purchased that. You can't wait 3 days, you fucking pig. No, I can't. Leave me alone. But to all the ones that did purchase it, buy that $100 one. Yes, we will get it on Monday, and I will be playing that game. I can't wait. First team that you're going to use to let me know. I'm an Oregon Ducks fan, but I'm going to use Florida State as the first. That's going to be the first team that I play with, only because I just want to run the ball and I want to hear the I want to hear that. That's going to be so fucking cool. All right, so get ready to play some college football. Ladies, any of you ladies out there, if you want to make your man happy, buy him the college football game. But also just know this, you're going to be very lonely for the next year and a half, because 2Ks come out. Nobody's really going to be playing 2K like that. Okay, I'm lying. Everybody's going to be playing 2K like that. But 2K is just always we got to play it. College football game's coming out. Madden is coming out. 2K is coming out. Undisputed boxing game, that's coming out. UFC 5 is already out. Next year, GTA 6 come out. So this is about to be a busy ass year. Ladies, you're not going to get any play unless you play these games with him. That's the only time you're going to get some play. Okay. Actually play a game. Play a college football game with him. He might whoop your ass, but still have fun with him. Have fun doing that, because it's not this year. It's already over for you ladies. It's already over. We got college football coming out, and then all the dominoes fall after that. All the games that's coming out, they're just gonna be just even better and good. Okay, so ladies, I say get with the program, or you might as well be ready to be semi-single for the year and a half that we have all these games out. Okay, so I don't know what you're going to do with that information, but take that information and run with it. Okay. All right. But, yeah, that's all for me today, guys. Thank you guys for coming in. Episode 12. Thank you guys for chilling with me. Y'all see the future Super Bowl champs on my chest. I can't wait to buy the same jersey, but with a Super Bowl patch on it. Okay. All right. Thank you guys so much. Love you guys. Y'all be safe this week. Yeah, happy college football day. All right, that's going to come out. We're going to all play. Yeah, anything else, y'all let me know. Y'all know where to find me. Zay for life. Thank you, guys. Love y'all. See y'all next week.